What a lovely afternoon, actually. Actually, it is in many ways. We got to stop meeting like this. I tell you what, when I settle all this crap going on, I'll be off YouTube. How's that for fair? But until then, I'm going to pierce some people's livers and hearts. Okay, here's the deal. I just got off, and I'm not going to tell you all the information. Let's just say, in a roundabout way, that this famous complaint that was put against me, there was no, which I didn't know that. Well, I sort of did. There was no video backup at all. Nothing. Nothing. And that's why my lawyers are a little baffled with stuff that I could talk about. She ain't got a fucking leg to stand on, is what I'm understanding right now. It ain't looking good for her. They told me straight up and down, I'm with you all the way, sir. They are supporting me. No matter what it cost. If it got that bad, I sign a promissory note. They're going to help me with whatever. And he assures me that we can't expedite this situation. We can't expedite it. These things take time. But let's just say that there's a ton of documents that are being sent out tomorrow. Tomorrow. She can't do it today at the end of his workday. To special organizations having to do with the DOJ and the immigration. That's all you need to know. Along with all the other documents and affidavits from her, from my office, the law office I deal with. We're getting the job done here. We're getting the job done. It may take a while, but we're getting the job done. It's going to be done. Okay, I gotta get some water before I go on here. If I find a clean cup. Ants. Of course, I had chocolate in there. Give me a break. Okay, so basically, on a surface level, all I could basically tell you is that yes, the document that Jay and others produced on there, highly against the law. We talked about that for maybe a good 5 minutes. We did go over that. I could tell you that. I could definitely tell you that. And what was done was fraudulent, dated of December of 2024. And they used officials' signatures. Oh boy, somebody's in trouble. Somebody's in trouble. Few people, actually. They've noted it, documented it for Jay's show, all that crap. They did. They did. Do you believe me? Don't matter if you do or not. Yeah, Jay is going to be in big trouble. He decides to live in the Philippines if they catch him here. Immigration's going to know about it. Sorry, Jay, but, shit happens. Shit happens. And you made it happen. We're going to get all this shit over with, one way or the other. Through hell or high water. The day has come that we got to put something to an end, and it don't mean overnight. Yes, there is being something that's being investigated, that's being held up in immigration. There certainly is. And yes, my lawyers have dealt with similar cases like this. In fact, the guy who was in IT Park, they dealt with him. And they helped him so much, they got him a temporary apartment, and they got him on a fucking plane back home to his country. Yes, they go out of their way. My legal firm that is representing me. And he promised me I'm going to do everything that we humanly can to remedy this situation, no matter what it takes. If it means having to file charges on the person who made the complaint on me, they're willing to go forward and do it. No problem. Unless, and I also took the time to mention to him that I did broadcast on here, saying that if she cooperates and comes to their office and signs an affidavit, saying that it was just a mistake that she made because she was just, interested in the welfare of her boyfriend. She could word it any way she wants, but to tell the truth. And if she tells the truth, and I discussed this with him, at least 15 minutes worked on. I told you it was a 45-minute phone call. He called me. Because I didn't hear from them for a while. I was wondering, what the hell's going on? Are you guys doing anything? And he explained everything that was going on and what they're willing to do. It's all go. It's all go. Go, go, go. It's all go. And they said that they will do everything that they can to see justice in this situation. In other words, if she does not comply with this request to save her ass, she may lose her ass. They know my stress, they know my pain. It's been a pain in the ass. That's all it's been. He told me, don't even stress out, Frank. The documents were phony, for number one. And there is no reason that this is going on for this long unless there's something going on the side. And that's what we're investigating. He's going to contact ARTA, A-R-T-A, look it up, and some other organizations that are involved with DOJ and immigration. I can tell you that. I can't tell you what he's submitting ahead of time, or even what he's going to write. That's not going to be shared on here. I'm not going to present no fucking documents on here. Fuck that shit. But yes, that was certainly, of course I knew that. Those phony documents that Jay and others had. But Jay's in real trouble. They said, we'll handle that too if you want. And he agreed that, yeah, that was entirely fraudulent what Jay did. He said those documents are not real, and it's also dated December 2024. It wasn't real. He said, Frank, they can manipulate signatures, they can do whatever they want, but when they do that, it's highly fraudulent, highly fraudulent. There you go. I think I got a better outlook, and I'm glad I talked to him. Feeling much better today. I got a better outlook at what's going on and what's going to be going on. And as I said, the deal is still on the table with the complainant. She comes clean, we don't do anything. We just part ways and we end this. If she doesn't come clean, well, then we go forward. And like I said, and he agreed, well, she's willing to face all this litigation and mitigation and all that shit and court orders and go to court and spend money on a lawyer, have to beg people for money to go to a lawyer, whatever she has to do. She knows she's wrong. That's the point. He knows she's wrong. And he'll prove it, he says. She never even submitted video evidence. I was assuming that she had something on it. I said, well, what could she possibly put? I obviously never said these things to her, and I figured, okay, how could there be a fucking video? But when I look, I don't see any annexes. There's no annexes on her affidavit. There's no annexes that say and back up anything that she said. She's got that against her. Oh, yeah, this is turning out to be rather interesting, I must say. Okay, that is going to be officially the last thing I say anything about this complaint as of this second, as of right now. She knows what she has to do. I told him that I know she's listening to my shows. If she ain't, Barry is, and he needs to contact her with this. I already told my attorney, one of them, that this is what I did. I said on my show, if she comes clean, she's welcome. She's welcome. They're not going to attack her. She's welcome to come to the office, sign some documents, tell the truth, and there'll be no legal action taken. It'll be written down, so it's on paper and documented that there'll be no legal action taken against her at all. It'll be signed, sealed, and delivered. And be brought up to the immigration. That'll be up to them where they want to go with this. But I can guarantee I'm not going to do anything to her legally if she just complies. Or, like I said on another show, if she feels so confident about her complaint, which she shouldn't, and things I learned, but she shouldn't be. And she feels that she's a good gambler and wants to go with the odds, she can certainly do that. But I'll guarantee 125% that there will be papers filed on her on various forms of fraud, aiding and abetting, harboring, all of that in one big complaint. And what Department of Justice does with it, they'll do with it. And she could be in a world of hurt. She wants to save face. I understand it. It's her opportunity right now, this second, this minute. It's her opportunity to come clean. And she could write it up in a way and they could help her do it. She could have her attorney involved in this. She could do whatever she wants. But the ramifications for her, according to what I always thought, and what they have to told me, is that she's in big ass trouble if we do a case on her. Whether or not, they throw out this shit complaint or not, unless she does cooperate. Now, you might say that's holding a sword over her head. Sure, you could probably say that. And why not? Why not? She's holding one over mine. This is not a game going on here. This is not a fucking game. This is some serious shit. I'm not going to stand for it. And neither are they, fortunately. They said they're with me all the way. And they do everything within their power to make sure that the truth is told and a price is paid, and even some damages, financial damages and court costs or lawyer's fees on top of it. He's willing to write that out. But we're going to do a wait and see if she cooperates. She knows how to contact my lawyer, I'm sure. And if she doesn't, her lawyer knows how to contact my lawyer. Let's get this shenanigans over with. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's give him something to talk about. Well, there'd be a lot to talk about if it doesn't go her way. And she better pray. Being a religious person, she better pray. Pray on her knees that it doesn't go in the direction that she ain't gonna want. She ain't gonna like it. She ain't gonna like it at all. Copy that, record that, be my guest. So, the proverbial can of worms has been officially opened. It's open. That's it. The deal has to be on the table. Sorry, I had a glitch. I was in a bad spot. And to finish that statement, I'll end it here. The cards are on the table. It's whether she wants to play the cards or not. There's no backing out of this. There's no me backing out of this at this point. Absolutely none. She either cooperates or she doesn't, and she could, play the game of challenge. If she feels that confident, there's not even any videos. Nothing. There were no videos to back up anything she said. So what kind of a position does she think that she's in? She's not in any position. I'll tell you that right now. She's not in any position. It's all going to come out. Remember, it all comes out in the wash. Every bit of it comes out in the wash. That's my show. There we go.